What's up, YouTube family? It's Kia Peel and I'm back with another video. So today's topic of the day is going to be 7 things that you need to know that you don't need to be in the relationship. This is a video about cutting people off, but take it with a grain of salt because these are 7 things that I find to be negatives within a romantic relationship. If you disagree with me, please comment below. I would love to hear that. And if you agree with me, comment below too. Let's get into it, y'all. So deal breaker number 1. So if your partner does not support you, I feel like that is a deal breaker. And
what do I mean by support?
Well, I mean, if you are talking to your partner and you're in this romantic relationship and you're talking about your dreams, your goals, you're talking about, oh, I want to be an astronaut, or I want to be the best business owner I can be in the future. If your partner is putting you down or is saying that, oh, well, you're not smart enough to achieve that goal, really being a negative source of energy in your life, then I think you need to cut it. And I think that actually kind of goes with friendships too. If you have negative friends in your life, then you're going to have a negative belief system about yourself. Our subconscious mind is very powerful. You have these negative things in your reality, you know, like people saying negative things towards you. It really does affect our subconscious mind, and we don't even really think about it sometimes. Some days we're feeling upset and we're like, man, yeah, I remember, yeah, I can't do this. Or we're telling ourselves we can't do it because our romantic partner told us that we weren't good enough to do it. All of us have a purpose out here, in my opinion. We all have a purpose. Not everyone knows their purpose right away. And that's okay. Take your time and explore what you like to do. Explore what you love to do. But once you find that purpose, only have people in your life, and this even if you don't know your purpose, only have people in your life that are bettering you, that are supporting you, and that are making you feel better about yourself, that are adding positivity to your life. If you're around negative people, then you're going to have a negative life. And I'm a wholehearted believer in this. And so number 2, it's about friendships, and it's about your romantic partner and his friendships or her friendships. If you and your partner have a mutual respect with each other, then that partner would address with their friends how they feel about them talking negatively about their partner. So that got a little confusing. Let me give you an example, personal example. So I had an ex, and yes, ex, and he's not a bad guy, but we were very young when we were in the relationship, and I feel a lot of the time we would argue over the same things, and it would be because of his friends. His friends would say this and his friends would say that, and they would say a lot of negative things that influenced our relationship and influenced the way we spoke to each other and really impacted our relationship in the long run. And I feel like how that can go differently, it's like 2 things. Like if you want the relationship to work, you got to cut those negative people out of your relationship. I feel like it's your partner's responsibility to respect you and to sit those friends down and say, look, this is someone that I love and care about, and I understand these are the things you feel, but try to change your perspective because I'm happy and my relationship is going well. And with you adding this negativity to my relationship, it's not going to be effective when it comes to us moving forward. And I just think that just comes with maturity. If my ex is watching this video, yeah, sorry, but yeah, that just comes with maturity. And I feel like both of us weren't really mature when we were in that relationship, so we grew a lot from that relationship. So number 3 for me is how you and your partner communicate. And so this is a big one. Now, arguments happen in healthy relationships, they happen in negative relationships. Arguments happen, but it is the way you argue is the way that you're either going to stay together or you're going to break up. Example of this is just you and your partner are always trying to one up each other. You say one thing that they did, and then they come back and they say another thing that you did, and then you come back with 3 more things that they did, and then they come back with a 5, 6, 7, 8 jab like about what you did. I was like stuck for a second. I was like, wait, where was I going with this? And nothing's gonna be solved And honestly, you guys are probably going to break up, and I feel like that's a sign of an unhealthy relationship when you argue poorly. Whether it's jabbing back at the partner or ignoring the partner, because that's another thing. If you're ignoring your arguments altogether and you're not actually talking about how you can make your relationship better, that problem can fester within you and you can hold on to it for a long time. In some of my past relationships, a lot of our problems were never resolved, and so they just festered inside of me and they just always came up. Even when it came to our little arguments, like, because we never resolved the problems before. An example of this is I had a relationship where I was ignored for a very long time, and I still process it to this day, because I feel like a lot of young women go through this, and I think I should be open about it. Or you'll have someone ignore you, and then you just feel the urge to continue texting them, continue messaging them. Even a lot of men probably go through this too. So it's not just women, it's men too. I just feel like, it's draining on yourself. And it happens to be an insecurity. If you were secure with yourself, and I'm talking about myself too, not just you. If you're secure with yourself, then you won't continue to text that person. You won't continue to support that person when they don't really care enough to communicate with you. I am so guilty of this, guys. Let me tell you, when I was in my past relationship, my partner probably ignored me for like 3 weeks straight. And I literally drove 5.5 hours to go see this person and be there for this person. And then when I asked this person, who's not a bad person at all, disclaimer, but I asked this person, why are you ignoring me? I didn't really have a good answer. And it really did hurt me. And it's just a matter of they're just telling you your worth is sometimes, and you're not worth all the time, And I think it's just something that you have to look deep within yourself to understand that, yes, I'm worth someone giving their full attention to me. Yes, I'm worth better than this. And that just it's just a growing pain, y'all. And I just feel like if you're struggling with this right now, which a lot of people are, just know that you deserve better. You deserve someone that gives you 110%. So number 4 is, if your partner is talking about you in a negative way, which you probably won't know unless someone gets out that good old iPhone and records them, then you really don't need to be with that person. Because even if they present themselves in a way in front of you that is positive, and then they go behind your back to their friends, or they're talking to other girls and they're like, yeah, my girlfriend does this, that, and this third, then you don't need to be with them, because they're not being their authentic self in front of you, and they don't truly care about you like the way they present themselves. And I'm guilty of overlooking it. I'm sure other people are guilty of overlooking it, but if you see it, cut them off. Number 5. Authentic self. So if your partner feels like they cannot be their authentic self around you, or you feel like you cannot be your authentic self around your partner, cut them off. Now, let me tell you, these have personally happened to me, and I'm just like, man, why was I doing this for somebody? Why was I not being myself, So one thing, and now that I think about it, it was something that was really big for me too. So I used to have a boyfriend that used to always want me to straighten my hair, or wanted me to always wear heels and always be dressed a certain type of way, and never really wanted me to be myself. I have curly hair. Yes, I have curly hair. And so during that time in my life, I was really insecure about my curly hair. It was around high school, and I just didn't feel like my curly hair was beautiful. Around that time, I didn't really see a lot of people that had curly hair like mine. So I literally straightened my hair all the time. Like, I'm telling you, I had basketball practice. I would sweat, and then I would go into the locker room, and I would straighten my hair. And you could hear the sizzler.
Just like that.
It frightens me when I think about it. But you could hear the straightener sizzling my hair after practice, when there was sweat on my hair, why am I straightening my hair? It was an insecurity of mine, and it was just fueled by my partnership at the time, my ex-boyfriend, who continued to say like, oh, I like your hair better straighter, or oh, I like you in looking a certain way. If your partner can't love you for who you are, and they can't love you for your natural self, they can't love you for your goofiness, they can't love you for just what type of person you are inside and out, then you
need to cut them off. You need to cut them.
Because your authentic self is beautiful. You are beautiful. I am goofy. I have curly hair, and I don't like wearing heels all the time. I wear heels. Yes, I like to dress up. I wear heels sometimes, but sometimes I don't like to wear heels. And that's okay. You know, it's okay to be yourself and be authentic. Number 6 is loyalty. If your partner feels like they have to be unloyal, or they feel like they can be unloyal and then try to get you back, then that's a no-go, because I just feel like if you have a level of respect for that person, you're going to be loyal to them. That's pretty self-explanatory. So, number 6.
Be loyal.
Number 7 is if you are being used in any type of way by your partner, then you need to let them go. That is a deal breaker completely, whether it's mentally or physically abused by your partner. And people do this in very tricky ways. Like, they'll be very sweet to you, very, very sweet, but then they'll put their hands on you. Or they'll be just straight up nasty. So that's something that a lot of people struggle with it. So I don't want to minimize abuse in any way. It's something that personally I've been through, and I know that a lot of people have been through who are watching this. So I am going to link in the description some different helplines that people can contact if they're in an abusive relationship, or if you need some help in any way. I'm going to tell you all that, you know, you're a beautiful human being. You're perfect just the way you are. You're authentically you, and you can be whoever you want to be in this world. Don't let anyone tell you you can't be who you want to be in this world. Don't let anybody bring you down, and don't let anybody's negative energy come into your space. And so these are just 7 things that I personally feel like are deal breakers. Some of them can be worked out with communication, and 2 people, not just one. Anyone struggling out there, reach out to me, reach out to the helplines that I link below. And like always, like and subscribe if you like this video, and dislike if you don't. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.